Hello, hello. Welcome into Comic Book Women, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. We were only a little bit late, though, like 4 minutes. Doesn't count.
Hustle.
Doesn't count. 4 minutes. And yeah, if you are new to the show, this is our spotlight that we do every week featuring a different artist or a creator. Perfect, Lucy. And this week, per Lucy's request, we are covering the Dodsons. Some of her favorite covers are done by them. So yeah, we have a really fun show planned. Make sure you sub Bruce. Oh, you know how to start this right. Thank you.
Hold on.
Ooh, that's a funky one. Okay, Trish, you gotta dance. That's how you start our Tuesday show.
I do Vogue.
Vogue's a good one. I like that too. A shout out to our sponsors at Cover Price. They are the ones who gave us all the wonderful data that we're going to be using tonight. And to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailer. Trish, at the end of the show, is going to be showing you one of the covers that we have coming out of hers tomorrow. It's a good one, so you'll want to stick around for the full thing. All right, let's get it kicked off. Rachel and Terry Dodson. So we'll start with Lucy, since this is like your jam. Why did you want to cover them? What's the deal here?
I just love their work together. You know, for a while, like I didn't know, for a long time I thought it was just like Terry. You know, like in I feel like not a lot of people pay attention to like the inker or the penciler, all that stuff. You know, like, and now because of them together, I pay attention to that a little bit more. You know, like they work together and they make beautiful covers, and the art. I just feel like they make their woman so beautiful, like elegant, and it's just perfection. I mean, I'm gonna be saying that the whole time. It's just beautiful because it's gonna be so hard for me to say anything else because I just love their work so much.
I was never really familiar, but I'm glad that you chose them. So you can sell me the next 30 minutes or so. I'm excited to hear what you have to say.
And it's like right away, I know now, like I know their art, and I know right away when it's, you know, one of their covers, like
you recognize it.
Yeah, it's and it's crazy because I'm not. I feel it's like it's crazy, and now like getting into it into comics scene, you know, recognizing the people, the artists that you like, and I definitely now know their work.
Very good. Jen, did you learn anything interesting while researching these two?
Well, I've always saw the parallel between them and Dave Stevens, and then in researching them, I find out that they too really like Dave Stevens, and they kind of do like, there's a comic later on that they were able to do those like homage in the same, like, yeah. So I like them more now.
Aw. Trish, what about you? Are you familiar with the Dodsons?
I wasn't. I mean, I've seen their work, but I didn't know they were like together. I didn't think that was a thing.
Kind of cute, right? Well, I mean, you got Carla Cohen and Lucio Ferrello.
I think it would be really cool to have like a partner, like that kind of worked with you. But then I wonder how hard they push or critique. Ooh, that could get spicy at the dinner table.
Yes, it can. I'll say that from experience. All right. So artist insights. Lucy, why don't you cover the top half, and then I'll have Jen do the key traits.
Okay. Well, name Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson, and before her, how do you say her marriage?
Her maiden name.
Her maiden name. Yeah, it's Pinnock. That's how you pronounce it. Pinnock. Okay. Credits: cover artist, interior artist, penciler, inker, and colorist. Medium traditional.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it means they draw on paper.
Did. Look at how Brit color coded who does what. She's so brilliant.
Oh my God, yes. It took me, I was like, I love it. Wait, she did that.
She made it so that you can tell who does what, like who gets credited for what.
So yeah, so Terry is cover artist, interior artist, and penciler. And Rachel, it's inker and colorist. There you go.
Very good. Key traits, Jen?
Attention to female form, the curves, bold inking, prominent black areas, powerfully yet sensual action poses, well-designed ensemble covers.
Very good. And then Trish, why don't you handle the palette for me?
Look at all them sweet colors. Lots of earthy, reds, pale, flesh tones, and
Yeah.
sometimes yellow. I bet they can render gold really well. Y'all need to take a shot.
Dang, where's my vodka shot? I gotta get one. Ugh. I'm gonna start having them on standby when you're on the shows so that we can cover. All right, very
Look at all
good.
that black, like that piece there with all the black and the hair and the white lines to kind of like define. That's a classic inking. Like, that's beautiful. Like, look at the pencils where it's all X'd out. That's black. That denotes that will be black on the final.
Yeah, I think you will love this comment, Trish. They do great hair.
I know. That's just right up my alley. Look at this. Is this She-Ra, I guess? Or no? Who is this on the third? The third one with the crown. Looks like a She-Ra crown, but I can't tell.
That looks like her.
But the one with the, I guess, white hair, blonde hair, other than black hair. I love the way the shading is on the crown that she's wearing, or tiara, or whatever you want to call that.
Oh, it's beautiful just as is, right? Really quick, shout out to Lords of the Long Box. If you guys were redirected from their show, we are happy to have you. They are our brother channel, so shout out to them. And I think we have the Pressable Defects in the house as well, and Team Nerd Herd. So those are some of like our favorite channels out there. Make sure you give them all a follow. And let's keep cruising. All right, so up first, I'm going to rearrange you a little bit here. So Jen, give us what's this book and give us the stats.
So I believe this is Terry Dodson's first published work. It's is it Mantra or Mantra?
I would say Mantra.
I feel like Mantra. Ultraverse.
Sounds right.
This is from Malibu, 1993, and it's very affordable. I would like clarification one day, maybe at a con, to be like, "Is this your first?" Because 1993 is.
Yeah, I did try to message them, but I mean, I know they must get so many that I didn't get to them, but they're really good at their comments. So maybe after the show, I can just say, hey, if you have, I don't feel weird asking in the comments, but hopefully in the con, Jen.
Well, it's on an upward trend. So what do we have for pricing here, Jen?
Someone recently on May 6th bought one for $6.79. A 9.2 sold for $15. That's cheaper than it would it cost to get slabbed. I guess if you catch shipping with that, it might be the exact same price. And then average raw sales are around $5.
And it's on a nice upward trend. So Lucy, tell me about, what do you think on this one? So this is before they're teamed up. This is Terry's first, we think. What's your take?
You can tell it's definitely different. You know, to what I'm used to seeing, you know, but I mean, I guess you can kind of see a little bit of, but not so much. Yeah, it's different completely. I wouldn't recognize, I wouldn't know that was one of his, you know, his covers.
I think you'll see it in the next one a little bit because it's his wife or his future wife.
Jen or Tris, I'm sorry, I called you Jen. What's your take?
Cool. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I mean, you know, not everybody wakes up and is Adam Hughes, you know.
But for me to be the first cover, I think it's still really good. Look at that hair.
I mean, it's got nice action. There's I mean, it's a little
Look at that hair.
interesting. But nice action, movement. I mean, it's everything I would strive to do probably on my first like action cover. Like, get action, get explosions, get guns, get it all like out there and on this page. Figure out how to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to look at. All right, next up, what do we have here, Jen?
So this is Battle Zone's Dream Team #1. This is Rachel. How do you say the last name again?
Dodson.
No.
Oh, Pinnock.
Yeah. So before they got together, this was her first inking job. It's from Marvel. And I can definitely see her style of inking right away.
Yeah, you can see a little bit more.
I freaking love people who ink like this.
It's pretty. Give us the stats on pricing. This is incredibly affordable.
Yeah, $2. There's no
$2.
no graded, so $2. That's what's really cool, I think, about finding people's early and first. It's very, if you really like them, it's cool to see the evolution, especially like I feel like the really greats. You see the evolution. You're like, oh, okay, like this isn't them in the beginning, and then they just get better and better and better.
Keep developing their craft. Lucy, what's your take on this one?
It's a pretty cool cover. I would just want to pick it up just to. It makes you want to read it. It makes you want to know more. I like it.
When we start talking about inkers and stuff, I just want to see black and white. I just want to see black and white or pencils. I don't want to see all this color and effects business. Get this out of here. Give me all them inks. Beautiful contrast.
I actually agree with you on this one, Trish. I think this would have been better just black and white. Like it would have been stronger, but what are you gonna do?
96, right?
Yeah,
True.
I mean, that was like all the rage back then was like adding overlays.
Because it was new breaking technology. And all right, Jen, what do we got here?
Okay, so I am not okay. These first three, so this is the third. I'm 95% sure this is what it all is, but this is the first time that Rachel, can I say your last name again?
Peanut.
Yeah, and Terry Dodson were on a book together. So they were not yet married. This is like their first book.
Is this how they fell in love?
I don't know.
This is
I
the
would
weirdest
like to know.
relationship ever. Like Star Trek and X-Men?
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's what
Star
I
Trek
said.
X-Men from 1996.
$4 for the raw, 130 for the 98.
Yeah, and then
What?
Wow.
That's such a jump.
It is. But finding it, I mean, what year is this again, Jen?
1996.
That's probably why. And because with all that black, I mean, come on, Trish, you know the deal. That's fine tick
Color runs
magnet.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, fine tick magnet.
And
Getting
to
a
have
96
it for a
on
9.8, that's really good. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I'd still love to see just the inks for like.
Yeah.
I love talking about people who ink traditionally because it's like witchcraft to me. It's beautiful. She probably uses a paintbrush,
Yeah, I have
like a quill tip or some shit.
lots of questions for Rachel that hopefully one day at a con we can ask.
I just want to
Well,
see
hopefully
technique. I just want to share technique.
Hopefully we can have them on the show. That'll be amazing if anybody knows them, please tell them that we want to answer my DM and come to our show.
They should cosplay one person as a Star Trek and one person as an X-Men, since this is how they fell in love. I'm starting that rumor. Circulate that. This is where they fell in love.
This is the love story that has never been told.
There's no
probably because
basis,
it
and I
isn't
have
true.
no authority to say this, but this is how they fell in love. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, Lucy, do you have anything to add to this one?
Yeah, that I just say that how inkers, that's what I said at the beginning, like they don't get the recognition, like they don't get like the fame of an cover.
They actually do have their own inkers and pencilers. Do have their own categories.
They don't follow, but like
they have their own categories in the awards that get doled out through the industry as well.
But
They do get recognition.
but not as much like what I'm saying, like on like say social, especially social media. Like you see the difference of Terry's followers compared to her followers. It's like a huge jump,
At the very end, we'll see that.
But like I'm just saying, like they don't get the same.
So it's
following.
like nurses and doctors. Nurses don't get the same recognition as the doctors do.
Yes.
Man, could you imagine handing an inker like some incomplete looking sketch and being like, "Here, fix this for me. Peace out."
Sounds
I
great.
ink my own terrible drawings, so it's my own problem.
All right. Next up, Jen, go ahead.
This is just really, again, early Dodson work. It's from 1996. The reason why you see the gold storm on the right-hand side is because I couldn't find a picture. I guess it doesn't photo well, the gold. So when you're looking for this, it should say storm with that gold prominent. But yeah, 96, early Dodson, and this should be Storm's first solo.
All that lightning too should be gold.
Yeah,
Cool.
I when I was looking to see like the first kind of like one of the first works together, and I saw this cover, and I was like, that's like from there and on, you can see their work together right there. Like you see it's Terry and Rachel Dodson and this, and I want it. I want it, and I love that it's so affordable. So people don't get crazy and don't jack this thing up. Don't make it go high.
Not until
Not
we
right
can
now.
get our
Wait,
hand on one.
yes, not till I buy it. Then after that, I don't care.
I love his signature in the bottom. Is that both of them or is it just him?
I
But-
believe that's.
But I freaking love his signature down there. And people who make their D's like that tend to be very creative people.
Like
I
Disney.
think it's both.
Yeah, it looks like a Disney D.
Disney D.
Yeah. I think it's both of them, but it's not. She's not Dodson yet. I think I can't really see it.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Brit, when I needed her help. She's really good at like sleuthing people, but apparently there's not really a big footprint. But she did notice sometime in 1997, Rachel Dodson's name starts popping up, and so you're
Did you
like,
say sleuthing? Is that a word?
It is.
Sleuthing. It sounds like you're moving really slow. I'm just sleuthing across the
not the
living room.
slot.
Oh. Close enough. Sleuthing. Yeah.
Lol,
Okay,
Brandon.
Sorry, Trish. That's hilarious. All right. Yeah, this is a full
Plus, he got me. I'm
$5.
totally burned.
9.6 for $72. It's on a downward trend, surprisingly, but I'm guessing people just don't know what it is. So, Time Traveling Nomad, if you have this one, and Rob Comics wants a copy of it. But yeah, this is a cool one. People don't even know.
I
right.
loved all the shading on that one. Just like the leather shading. That's another thing that people can't render well. Or can render well.
That is so wrong.
I know, right?
Wrong.
It's Barton. It's like, what do you expect? All right, what are
I
these
know.
beautiful ladies we're staring at, Jen?
Okay, so in 2006, the European version, well, it's humanoids, but the European branch asked Terry to do the pencils and the colors for I cannot pronounce this way. songs. It's Coraline, but
That's what it looks like to me.
yeah, but that just put the European flair, right, to make it sound fancy.
Songes.
It's a two-parter, and it was European, so it wasn't translated into it. You can probably find these between $20 and $30, but it's tough to find the 2006 version. In 2013, they finally translated it to Muse, and it's like a big, right, and it should be both, but then there's a picture of something else. But what you're seeing in the far right is a reprint. I think it's a third print.
Oh, wow.
That's from 2019. So in the middle, there's actually two prints of that. There's a first print and second print, but they look very similar. But I just thought this is probably more up what you would like.
Oh, I love it. This is beautiful. It's very sexy, but I love that like Victorian, timeless. No, not Victorian. That's the wrong era. What era am I looking for? Not Edwardian. That would be not as much cleavage. Well, whatever. It's sexy. And I like the choker. She's kind of like a hot Cinderella.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I would say that with the blue dress, not the white dress.
Oh yeah,
Or-
that's what I was thinking. The
Yeah.
blue dress.
Very well done, though. What do you think of the line work here, Trish, of the fabric and everything? I always look at that when they do these beautiful gowns and stuff.
Well, I like it. I like that it looks very watercolor, like
Yeah.
pastel-y and soft. It's hard to do line work like that. It shows like when people do this type of line work, it looks like they're almost working with their original pencils instead of an inking pen. Or they used colored ink. But you notice how you don't see a lot of black on here aside from her eyes and that choker.
Yeah, good call there.
Especially on the center one.
Did you say the pricing or did I miss that?
So almost all of these, you should be able to find it in the $20, $30 range, but they are collected like books. The songs, Part 2 has a really cool cover. And if you look really carefully, which took me a while until I found a better picture, but look at the reflection in the water. That's actually a pirate ship.
Ooh.
So, and they do something
Right.
similar with the second cover for the European one. Has like the
Oh
reflection.
yeah, you see it right here.
Is very like fantasy. Do you see it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I see the strings and everything.
I
That's
literally
very
didn't even see it until you said something.
Super full of detail. It's super cool. Like again, from 2006, I thought this like hitting their stride for sure.
Love it. All right, let's keep cruising. So, just to kind of add to how talented these guys are, let's take a look at the interiors because this is pretty hot. What do we have here?
Yeah, so
Booty.
those are his pencils, and then we did a color panel. I couldn't find the color panel of this one. It is. I wouldn't give it to your 10-year-old. In the book, there's the nips.
Really? The
It's
nips.
very sexy.
Yeah, risque, as someone said before. Risque.
The nibbles. No, this is beautiful. I think this is really cool. Lucy, what do you think of these interiors?
What was it? What was it, Jen?
Put your nibbles in the water.
No,
You're dead.
no, that was nibbles. Nibbles and nibbles. It does sound very similar, but okay.
But the way he did it, that's
Put the nibbles.
no, I like this. I like that you added this. I like it because they always post their work, on their social media and like the steps, especially the videos, like the step by step of their I was gonna say procedure of their work.
I love process work. It's my favorite
Right.
stuff.
But this is it's beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, if one is the original pencils and 2 here is, I guess, the finished piece, I'm guessing since they work traditionally, that's a watercolor piece, basically. Like right over the original pencils.
Yeah,
I would
be
imagine.
curious, like what I again, gotta
And there's
ask.
all kinds of
Find out.
techniques out there that I just
I
don't.
wonder.
I know about, but I don't like practice because I don't work in traditional media. But man, to have the time,
Watercolor.
I love it when artists show their work. It's the best.
Yeah, that watercolor people are their own like Peach Momoko. Like that's their own breed because watercolor
They
is
have
so
an
irritating.
They have an understanding of color that I won't ever grasp.
Jen, they're waterbenders. That was an avatar.
Jen's like,
Mhm.
get out of here! Don't you have to go somewhere?
Yeah, I have to leave in a few minutes. All right, next. Oops. Shit. Oops.
Oh
There we
God!
go. There you go. Next
But
up,
this is
what do we
my
have?
favorite one anyway.
It's your favorite one?
Yeah, I love this one.
Sweet. This is He-Man Masters of the Universe #1 from 2013. This is the one for 25. This is actually the first time She-Ra. Oh man, I want to say that can't be
Rode a
right.
unicorn.
There's some no it, like is in the American comics, but that can't be right because cool She-Ra 2013 1 for 25. This has been on my hunt list for a while, and I've only come across
Holy
it
crap,
2
look at
times,
that.
and both times it's like super spine ticked.
And look at the price. I mean, like raw comic sales, $400. Graded comic, $750 if you want a 9.6. And who knows when the last time one of those. I see a raw comic sold for $363 back in January, but good lord, who knows the condition? It's bananas.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would just picked up the ones that were in really bad condition just to have it.
So what I love about this book anyway is how Terry draws horses. Because if you looked in the title where we started, there was a horse on a cover. It looked like a Xena cover. Similar kind of expression and build, like very muscular, like realistic but kind of stocky. Like that's a thick unicorn, man. Like look at him. That's Swift Wind.
Yeah, that Xena one's from earlier. This would be a newer.
But also
like
look
that
at that
Xena
hair
one.
and the clouds. I like the way the clouds are in the background. I always want to draw clouds like that. Ugh.
I know the colors are beautiful. I love the colors on this. On this.
It's all very 80s. It's very like, big. And I love it when a piece goes off the edges. Like this cover I could talk about forever, but I know we don't have that kind of time. So
No, it's really nice. I think it captures the essence of the title itself. The colors are on point. This is them at their finest, this team. So, guys, if you are just joining, we're at 55 viewers right now. Please do not forget to give the show a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We are so excited to announce that we have a brand new show that's going to be joining our two others. So we have Comic Book Women on Tuesdays, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. But this Thursday will be the debut of our new show called Long Story Short, featuring Mr. Longshort and Aaron Yee. They're going to be talking about ghosts and bangers, I think is how you would call that. It's also going to be at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time this Thursday. So make sure you're subbed up, share the channel out. We're really excited for the debut of that show. And then, of course, we'll be back again on Friday for our regular Nearing Nirvana show. But this week, who do we have joining us, Lucy?
Nerdy girl Danielle, if you guys follow her over at Instagram and on Whatnot, she has always like fun Whatnot shows. I like to watch her Whatnot shows, and her auctions are pretty fun. So we want to get to know her a little bit better, so we'll be having her on Friday.
And we're going to play a little game with her, Nearing Nirvana style. So make sure you are subbed, get your notifications turned on. And yeah, so we now officially have 3 shows a week. Let's keep cruising. Jen, tell us about it.
Okay, real quick. There are so many covers by Terry and Rachel that this is just a very small amount. Sorry, we couldn't include them all. But this is Star Wars Rogue One from 2017. This is the one from 25. And yeah, what do you guys think?
it's Star Wars.
Yeah, and look at look at that beautiful face on this character. Like, again, like somebody said in the chat, the eyes, the color of the eyes, the shape of the eyes. Again, that's how I know. Like, usually
Oh,
the
I thought his
face.
signature was there.
What was that?
I was looking for his signature, and it's right there, right above the stormtrooper guy's shoulder.
Yeah,
It looks like a smudge on the brick or whatever that is. But
yeah, they have a very unique way to where they put their signature. Like last time, it was kind of like hard to find it. It was like kind of hidden somewhere. I think it was in the Spider-Man one or something like that, on one of the covers that we talked about before. But yeah, but again, on this one, you could see the face, and like you said, Jen, there's so many, especially Star Wars. I was looking; they have so many Star Wars covers. A lot of those one-shot covers for Star Wars they have, and they're all beautiful. Yeah,
I dig the composition here as well. The characters are framed by these 2 walls, and that background is faded out super, so the characters stand out nice.
It's like that tri-layer of characters too. So that's, yeah, I agree with you, Trish. I think this is a really nice composition. It's very evergreen. You frame this, you put it up on the wall, and you got a piece of art. The inking's on point. I'm starting to notice it more and more.
I feel like the scale of the droid is actually probably correct because he's standing further back.
Yeah.
And not a lot of artists do that well, when you have 3 characters kind of standing in different distances from the camera, from the viewer. That character, obviously, he's not going to, even if he's big, he's still going to appear kind of smaller to get that line of sight right. Because you're looking at it from the point of view of this stormtrooper who's about to get axed.
But it is a ratio, right, Jen?
Yeah, it's 125, but still 125 to like from 2017 to be going for $240 on average, and then 9.8, $778. Granted, this one is the first of these characters, and there's going to be a show coming up, so it stays. I think that's the reason why it stayed up. It's like a mixture of things.
So you think there might be a dip in the future?
Probably not.
Maybe? No. Not with Star Wars, right?
No.
All right, well, good stuff. And it's on an upward trend. So if you guys have this, I would highly suggest getting this one graded. I mean, the jump from the raw to the graded is substantial. And let's keep going. Actually, really quickly here, I'm going to pull this down. Actually, no, I'll leave it up. Lucy, you're going to take over as hosting because I got to run to my son's basketball team game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I'm
you're
already-
up.
Holy moly. Okay.
You guys have a great show. You guys,
Thank
there's
you.
at the very end, Trish is going to be talking about the brand new Bird City Comics exclusive that she did for us. It's a wraparound and it's awesome. So stay tuned to the very end, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Girls, have a great show. Bye. Oops, I got to remove myself.
Famous last words.
Right? Okay, so let's go with the next one. So, Jen.
So this is actually really cool. This oh, that's weird. Sorry. So
Oh, hold on, let me add him again because since she left, shoot.
Please
Hold
stand
on.
by. We're having technical
so
difficulties.
what you saw really quick was the Betty page from 2017. It was just cover A. And because of the Dodsons, very much like for Dave Stevens and having a little bit of a similar style, they asked them to do this Betty Page. And actually, this Betty Page got turned into a statue. Besides statues
Sorry.
and toys.
Okay, ignore this. Sorry.
Uh,
Keep going.
Dave Stevens' goodness with the Dodsons. I was really trying to find a Terry Dodson Rocketeer, but all I saw were commissions, which are pretty cool. I'm kind of hoping that eventually we'll see, because if he does
I freaking love people who can draw the Rocketeer too. So good. I cannot. I can draw a cartoon version probably with some okayness, but damn, people who can draw mechanical shit that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. Sorry.
But it's on the cheaper side. It's still in like the $10 range. So if you like, oops, now I'm distracted.
Sorry, Jen.
It's okay.
Oh, there, Aaron added it. Thank you, Aaron.
Yay!
I was trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Thanks, Yi.
No,
To the
yeah,
rescue.
cool.
There you go. There. That one.
So
Thank you.
thank you, Yi. And then so yeah, Betty Page, 2017.
The guy in the chair.
In a homage to Dave Stevens. 10.50 last sold, $10.50, June 5th. And average draws go for around 7, but 9.8 sold for like 60. I have never seen this. Usually when I'm going through the back issues, if I see any Dave Stevens, I pull it. I've never seen this one before. Have you guys?
I think I remember seeing it when it came out. What year was it again, Jen?
2017.
Yeah, I remember because we used to have this customer who used to order all the Betty Page, and I remember seeing it. It was only one, but I remember seeing this cover and I thought it was beautiful. Of course, I did.
And as all you guys know, the Rocketeer's love interest was taken from Betty Page, so that was like, yeah. Anyway.
So the threads are all connected, is what you're saying. Well, I like pinup style art. I've always been a fan of it. I do my own version of stuff like this. It's cute. It's not necessarily sexy, but it's just, I freaking love this style. It's cute and sexy. Like, it's both. And I feel like it's tasteful and not like trashy, because a lot of stuff like this, a lot of giant boob art can be trashy. So it's like, this looks good, tasteful. She's got that,
Yeah, so I'm gonna what you're saying that the whole bombshell. I love the way they do bombshell.
Yes.
Like all the cover, like
nice segue.
Yeah, right. I love the bombshell covers they have done, and I would like to own every cover. I do have this one. I love this, and I think I need to change my background on my phone, so I might add this one because I had Jenny Frison, so I think I'm gonna add this one as my background. And the reason I did kind of cosplay Wonder Woman bombshell, and it was because I love this cover. I love the way this kind of made me want to do it. This cover right here.
I love
But
Bombshells era.
yeah,
I loved all the characters' designs in that. Even like Superman being like the traditional strong man, and like Batman being like the private eye kind of like Dick Tracy type.
mhm,
I'm like, hell yeah, give me more of that. Give me a
yeah.
whole movie. Give me an animated series. I don't care. Give it all to me.
Yeah,
I
That's
will
it. I mean,
consume.
they
okay.
can do
Jen,
Elseworlds, right?
the what?
Like they can do like an Elseworlds.
Yeah.
Hmm. Jen, tell us a little bit more about this. Then.
So this is from 2017. The last one sold on May 17th for $6. It is usually around $6. The 9.8 sold for, or average is $38. So it's still attainable.
And yeah, I
Bombshells
mean,
Wonder Woman's
yeah,
favorite look.
and then going for more for cover price, it's not, it's a little bit double, no more triple, kind of not double the
And when was this from?
2016. You said
17.
2017.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not too long
yeah,
ago.
9.8 for that. Yeah, super underpriced, totally. Okay, there you go, Jen. Tell us.
So this is West Coast Avengers from 2018. This is the first new team. This is the one for 25. And yeah, he did a great job, or they did a great job.
Yeah,
The last one sold December 18th. Yeah, last year for 185. It was raw. 9.8
yeah,
go for
it's going for, I mean, for one out of 25 for raw, it is a little pricey compared to the 9.8. Might as well get, for this one, get the 9.8. And I love this cover. I mean, I hope I can find it in the wild one day. uh but they made American Chavez look really good. I mean, everybody make really good at the way, how you were saying earlier, Trish, the way that, like, if they're taking a picture, like the way the people, like, you can tell who's in the front and who's in the back, like, very well. Like, it's super.
An understanding of depth and composition. I just wonder if that like comes from them roasting each other across the dinner table. Like, I just want to know what that conversation's like. But
steel, strip, and steel.
so the only thing that bugs me a little bit about this cover is the foreshortening on America Chavez's legs. Like, it
I think
kind
her
of
one
bugs
is like
me.
it's bent, right? Like it's
Yeah,
bent.
like it's
Well, the
going.
one leg is bent, the other one is straight back. And it just looks weird. It looks a little weird. She's like flying forward with her
Let's
fists
see.
out, which is great. But these legs, they're kind
I
of weird.
wonder if it's because like they're closer to the ground, because you have the three characters, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. I'm not sure who the other person is.
Yeah, and then the other guy's
The
running.
dude running.
And so if you would have dropped the body down, it's her kind of taking off. But this is more like she's like flying parallel to the ground, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just that foreshortening bothers me. I think they might have had to do it for the composition, but it just bothers me a little bit.
I like
You
the
know
trade
how,
dress.
like, my eyes go right to it, even though I love the way Kate Bishop's like in the foreground and the way that she's, shaded, and she seems to really stand out like more. It's just that foreshortening, man. It catches my eye right above her arrow quiver, the quiver of arrows. I'm just like, oh no, a broken leg. It doesn't look that broken. It's just weird right here. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I think it's because the color too, like, Kate Bishop like pops up more in that she's at the front.
It's all that purple. Love it.
Okay, so let me go now. I love this one. This one's one of my favorites. This one I picked. I picked this one. I have this one right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had the reason I was picking up this run. I know I have the other ones, but I love the way when Bull looks. Is very sexy, very I don't know. It's just so cute, and she's like posing for a picture while the Hulk is like losing it, and it's not very I don't know, it's just like it's sexy, kind of like in a classy way. It's not like showing too much, and you can tell like that. Oh, she's like a superhero kind of. You could see the body, like this. It's a little bit thicker, you know. It's not like a skinny little girl, I guess. But
No,
yeah,
it's another one of those classic like pin-up girl poses. But and I love pin-up girls because they weren't afraid of, you didn't have to be a twig. Like pin-up girls were thick, curvy, um, busty, not showing everything, but still like, you knew they were attractive. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Classic beach girl.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Hulk just raging out for, oh,
Yeah,
what's he doing? Playing volleyball or something?
he's
I love their
he
signature
probably
little
made
ball.
him mad. She probably made him mad. Jen, give us the stats on this one.
Okay, so this is Gwenpool Strikes Back #3 from 2019. June 14th, someone bought this for $6.40 plus shipping. There's no graded within the past 6 months. And then like the average goes for around $5 to $6 ballpark.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little tired.
Um,
And this is a
somebody
volume
mentioned.
two. This is
Oh,
volume two. And that's why it's a Strikes Back. After they canceled their other run, it was her second one. What was that?
somebody was mentioning the like Hulk's legs looking weird in comparison to his arms, but I'm pretty sure it's foreshortening issues again. But if you look at the back leg, it looks correct, and the leg that's planted, the one that's up, kind of looks a little weird, um, in comparison to his arms. But I think the shading looks a little inconsistent on him. Like he's super muscular, and they've got all those nice details in there. They didn't do it all the way. Like almost that he would have gotten lost in all that like ink.
Yeah. Rob, how dare you say that? Mm,
Oh, Rob, that's a
no,
burn.
no. Mm-mm. Okay, let's go to the next one. And another of my picks. X-Men 3, and this one was also I think a 1 out of 25, or was it 1 out of 50? 1 out of 25.
125 from 2021.
And I can't believe it's going for that much for a Raw, because I need to go look for it, because I didn't get this because I was like, oh, it's 1 out of 25, and it was going at the time when it came out. I remember being a little bit higher than this. I don't remember being this cheap. So Jen.
Yeah, so it was from 2021, so it's had time to cool down. I feel like whenever there's when ratios tend to stay, if it's either a key book or something's going on, like once the X-Men hit the scene, I think the ratios will probably go back up a little bit, right? But it's a good time to buy if you like it.
Yeah, and then me, like I like collecting all whatever like rogue it's in the cover. So this one is like one that I want. I kind of want to dye my hair like that.
I like her hair in this piece. Of course. Hold for everyone being surprised and shocked at my comment. Okay. I do like the composition of this piece. Very nicely done. Again, great understanding of the depth of the characters in the space. I like how they work. It's almost like a three-dimensional, like they work in a cube or an orb. Like they're just, they're always thinking like that. I'm okay at it, as you will see. But um it's I'm not this level. This level is like master level, but they've been doing it longer than me. I'll give them that. They've got time.
Okay, so
This is a bonus and an upcoming. The bonus, this comic book creator is number 26. This is from 2021. If you like Terry Dodson and you want to see more of his stuff, they highlighted him. And you can get this for around $9-10, which is what it costs. So that's kind of cool. And then upcoming is this Captain Marvel number 39. It comes out July 13th. I think the FOC for it already passed, but you might be able to ask your comic book stores. But it's the homage to Avenging Spider-Man #9.
Uh-huh.
And then I got so excited, like if you guys watch Miss Marvel, if you haven't yet, but that's why I think I brought it up too, that we should do it, because they show their poster, and I comment right away. I was, because they post the picture, and which we should go to the next slide, I guess.
Oh no! So
Wait, you have one more thing?
I was gonna say, like, so it's binary with Spider-Woman. So if you don't have, like, I don't have
I know.
Avenging Spider-Man #9. I have the summer book special. It's like a preview of it. I just kind of put right there. What happened?
Oh,
Oh my god!
because he said exactly what I said.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a cool. It's right. What do you guys think of the homage? Oh my!
I love it.
just like
I
the
want this.
pose. Not
Yeah. I really like this. I like the red. I really like it. I want this just because, I don't think I'll be able to own the other one anytime soon. So this is a good one too.
I also like that they homage themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's what
It's kind of like what artists do, like now, where it's like the 10-year challenge, where you like take a piece you did 10 years ago and redraw it. I don't do that because I hate looking back.
Oh, I got those, James. I got those.
But I love the other cover too. I mean, the comic book creator cover.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
Adventure Man. So again,
I was just gonna say that's one of their own cover, their own. Go ahead, Jen.
Yeah, it's so again, they have, like James mentioned in the mystery and Mad Report, like there's so many that we just kind of took bits and pieces again from like 1993 all the way to current. So
yeah, we add some of our favorites.
Maybe we'll do a part 2.
Oh, partly part 3, because there's so much.
Yeah,
and this one is like, the characters from their own comic book, and now we can go to the next one. That's what I was saying. Like they post, if you see like on Terry Dodson's page. Oh no,
process work.
That's a picture, the poster they show on Miss Marvel, and I comment right there. I was like, I got so excited when I saw their I saw the poster, and I thought it was pretty cool. And I was like, we have to talk about Terry and Rachel Dodson. But yeah, this is their page, Terry and Rachel Dodson, and Terry posts more of their progress of their covers, and Rachel too. They both do that.
Well, it's funny to see, like, he's posted 1,700 times and she's posted 115, right? And so he's 106K followers and she has like 6,400 and something. Like, I think it's interesting. And again, it makes me want to talk to Rachel. Like, I'm really, like, because yeah, we don't talk about inkers very much, right?
No.
So.
And that's a talent too. I mean, nobody wants to see inks like that with my shaky ass hands.
What?
Like, my hands just, you gotta have a real steady hand to ink like that.
You do a good job.
I do a decent job, but I know digitally I use sometimes. I've gotten recently away from it, but I used to use a stabilizer so that my lines would straighten up. But I don't use a stabilizer. I haven't been. And my lines look pretty good. Just did it on 2 pieces. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of people, digital artists, they use a stabilizer sometimes to keep them lines straight. Not shaky like my caffeinated hands.
So James highlighted the Inhumans versus X-Men. If you're trying to find it sometimes at comic book stores or online, type in IVX #3 and it should pop up faster. I've tried doing Inhumans versus X-Men before, and sometimes certain sites don't like that. So, but IVX I had the most success with.
Okay, so now let's get to the moment that we've been waiting for.
Oh, look at this!
So Trish, tell us about this?
Okay, so I believe Anthony has called it the stick 'em up variant, but the idea behind this was originally from the show that I was on, that I kind of crashed with you guys and Garrett, and Garrett was talking shit, so I had to come and straighten him out. He did it. He wasn't, and there was no beef. It was just funny. So you know how when a red panda gets scared or alarmed, have you? First of all, you know what a red panda is. Laura doesn't. Uh, they go like this. They put their hands up like oh my god. Yeah. So she's doing this on the cover. The character Red Ronan, I guess that's her name. Red. I don't know, or it's Red because she's a red panda. I don't know her name. Ronan. She is reaching for her sword. She's reaching for something. That was, if you look on the back side, you'll see the character there, with her hand up, and she's reaching for her sword. And there's the big wolf monster. And there isn't a clear picture of it anywhere. So every cover you see this wolf on, he looks completely different. Artist interpretation is wild. I did several iterations before I landed on this. I worked on this cover for freaking months. I feel like I worked harder on this cover than I worked on any. And it's a nice wraparound cover. So the front is this. It's designed so that you, the viewer, are in the center of this confrontation. So you see on the front side the Ronin character looking startled, and on the back, and I took some liberties with some colors too because I wanted her to have some contrast.
This is an awesome cover. I love this. Love this so much.
Yeah, I had an idea for the background. It's all painted. I didn't draw. I didn't sketch out everything, but I painted it all in. You know, all that nice snow and shading.
The bottom right, the Bird City logo kind of covers it up. If the Bird City logo was gone, you would see her hand reaching, like going for this, like grabbing onto the sword.
Yeah, you would see the Ronin character's hand going for the sword. And I believe this. I don't know if they put trade dress on it, but if they did and it's that red, that looks freaking hot. So I'm okay with that. But there's a lot of room on this cover. I left a lot for, interpretation. And if you look at the shading on the front cover, there's a claw there. It looks like this in the shadow. It's a big claw.
I can't wait to get it to just like
yes.
back and forth.
I want to get a clear backer.
So let me tell you guys a little bit about what is this about, so you guys can get more. So it's a terrible beast that has haunted the citizens of Pole Town for decades. Although the monster hasn't been seen in years, the disappearance and gruesome killings still plague to the town's. I can't even talk right now. What's wrong with me? Townsfolks. Determined to clear her name, Red hunts for the great wolf in hopes of exonerating her grandmothers, who lives in exile for spreading terrifying propaganda. So basically, like the little Red over there, like she's trying to save her grandma because she's been the grandma has talked about the big bad wolf, and well, they don't believe that it's real, although there's people.
And this drops tomorrow night, 9 p.m. on Bird City's website.
Yeah, so make sure to, if you haven't signed up for the text messages, make sure to do it. And I think you can use our code Nirvana to get 10% off. And if you haven't signed up for cover price, make sure to do that. But I'm so excited for the Bird City exclusive for tomorrow. So yes,
it's limited to 250 copies. So it's very short run. As I've seen other people saying they've got 300 or 500 on theirs. And there's a lot of great covers for this book. Buy the ones you want.
But this is my
this one's the best.
Yes. Yeah, it's just like I remember when you were coming, you guys were coming out with the idea, especially like the whole back thing. Like that was pretty awesome.
I think it would have looked really hot if they could have gotten it in a metal.
But yeah, that would it could be shiny.
Yeah,
that
like
would be
all that
definitely
gray would
cool.
be muted a little bit, and you would see
Yes.
the metal through that.
Yeah.
It
So
there's a trick
yes.
to printing on metal.
So guys, tomorrow, uh don't forget to order that. But yeah, to the show on Thursday, it's
Isn't it 9:30 Eastern?
yes, yeah. But the new show it calls There You Go. Till and oh, there you go. Yeah. What's the name of the show again for for Thursday? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Erin, if you want to jump in and tell us a little bit more.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to
Product
interrupt, but
placement.
yeah. So this Thursday we will be presenting the long story short with myself, Mr. Longshort. I think uh Laura said she was joining for the first episode, and then
He will
more than
be there.
likely Red Hood will be joining us as well. And so-
Awesome. Yeah, our resident Red Hood. Yes,
Yeah.
he'll be there. So make sure, long story short, uh to tune in on Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right?
Yep.
So
Same time as every other show on this channel. Right?
so yes. So make sure to tomorrow pick up the book from Bird City Comics, and on Thursday tune in to the new show with Aaron and Mr. Longshort.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Friday, we're coming back with Near Nirvana, and Nerdy Girl Danielle shall be joining us. So we have a fun week. Yay. Anything else that you guys want to add?
I just want to just say that I will be at Heroes Con in North Carolina this weekend with Tony at the Hero Initiative booth. Signing stuff. The Hero Initiative folks have been nice enough to get us together for our first show, and they're gonna have lots of cool Stray Dogs variants for us to sign and up for purchase, and the proceeds go to Hero Initiative, which helps a lot of cool comic creators in need.
That's cool.
Yeah, anything, Jen? Anything else? No? No?
Jen's like, I'm larger on the screen than usual.
Well,
Do not like.
All right.
Well,
I got two things real quick.
okay, go ahead.
I want to thank Lords of the Long Box, all of your audience members that joined in for jumping into the channel. So thank you so much. And
Yes.
then
Hey, Janine.
make sure to use the code Nirvana14 with cover price for I think what is it, $1.99? You get
Yes.
the unlimited access.
Yes. Yeah, you get a 30 days unlimited membership only for 99 cents. Yes. Yep. And that's it for tonight.
Oh,
That's all.
I like that.
And what?
Lord of Brooklyn, go to library.
Yeah, go to the library. Go to your
Yeah.
library.
Yeah, and well, for me, I just have my auctions on Whatnot. I have my next one on Saturday, so make sure to go and bookmark. I kind of scheduled my Monday one too, so make sure to check me out, support me over there. And I think that's all. That's all for tonight, and we'll see you
That was
guys on
quick.
Thursday. I know.
That was like
Yay.
Right under an hour.
Record
Yeah.
time.
that was like so many
Perfect.
books too. Okay.
I know. Well, thank you. See you guys Thursday. And Erin, do you want to hit that button in the show?